Craziest Matrix glitch I've ever seen.
Explain this. The same exact truck. Up until the doors of the dealership. And look, if you go over here, it's the same.
Today we're looking at glitching the Matrix Tik Toks.
Guys, this girl keeps repeating the same thing over and over. She's going to get out of her car. Watch her. She's done this 3 times. She's going to get out of her car. She's going to walk around the front. She's going to go get in the passenger side. All right, watch her. This is super creepy. I don't know if it's like a glitch or what.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you to the channel members for support. If you see this video, like the video. Let's just try to get to whatever amount of likes we end up at. So if you see it, just like the video. And as y'all know, we're on our road to 100K. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Let's go.
This genuinely makes no sense at all. What kind of optical illusion is this? It's so far away. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. I'm doing it again. I'm backing up. I'm backing up. And then I'm...
I did the same thing.
Bro. How is it doing that? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Am I tripping, or did this damn cloud start moving when I said, "What is that?"
Yo. No other cloud around this cloud. What the hell? What is that?
The sky just glitched in front of hundreds of people and they got it all on camera. This is insane. Have you ever seen the sky do anything like this? Something's not adding up. Thanks for watching. As always, stay weird.
I genuinely wonder what they were yelling about though. Like, to me, it kind of looked like a camera glare. Like the camera couldn't really focus too much on the spotlight because it's a bright sun. So I don't really know.
Guys, this girl keeps repeating the same thing over and over. She's going to get out of her car. Watch her. She's done this 3 times. She's going to get out of her car. She's going to walk around the front. She's going to go get in the passenger side. All right, watch her. This is super creepy. I don't know if it's like a glitch or what. Now she's going to get out and she's going to walk around the back of the car. Okay. She's going to walk around the back of the car and then she's going to get in. She's done this 3 times. She does it every 10 minutes. I'm just sitting in the parking lot. Now she's going to look to the right and then she's going to go. Now, whenever she leaves, she's going to go over here and then she's going to take a right and leave out of the parking lot. Like the first 2 times, what is going on? Now she's going to go and she's going to go to the highway over there. She goes up to the highway over there, takes a right, and then heads back.
Yes, I know that I am high right now, but look at this lady. She is hitting a tennis ball against absolutely no surface, and it's just bouncing back to her. Like, look at it. How is it doing that?
I may sound really stupid saying this, but this doesn't make any sense. So this water is constantly flowing downstream, coming from this water source. Where does this water come from? So let's just say there's a lake all the way upstream, somewhere up there. How does the lake continue to supply this water for this river without the lake ever emptying? Because look how fast this water is traveling. Look how much water is going down there every second. Again, I know I may sound stupid, but I challenge one person to tell me the answer without looking it up. I bet you can't.
Glitch in the Matrix caught on camera the 9th of October 2023.
Reality glitches caught on camera.
So I just pulled back my bed and I'm thinking, oh shit, like I broke a nail, right? Because it's right here. So I'm like, okay, I'm checking. Bitch, where's the broken nail? Did something just glitch?
No. My fear is happening. Not being able to get to my car in I'm gonna have to freaking hop the barrier. I saw another post TikTok on this once, and this was the same thing. And it was like an obstacle course. Why? I don't understand. Help me. See, now I just walked from up there. That's going back down. That's not where I need to be. Do I jump the ledge?
This is why you should never touch a falling cloud, because although it looks very cool, it's not possible for a real cloud to fall as a solid mass since they're too light. So this is most likely water vapor or dangerous gas from a nearby mine.
Should swallow one piece of gum every 7 years. Okay, so we all know we live in a big simulation, right? Everything around us is computer generated, right? But there's one thing that isn't part of the simulation. That's gum. Gum is weird. You chew it. You could just chew forever. That's because gum comes from outside of the simulation. Gum is real. Okay, so you also know if you swallow gum, it stays in your system for 7 years. And every cell in your body changes every 7 years, right? And the 7-year itch, you change personalities every 7 years. That's because every 7 years, they come from the outside, and they take you away and put a whole new you in there, and they can change you any way they want. But if you swallow the gum, then they can't, because the gum...
I like how he didn't even say anything. He just put on a cap to say he was lying. I mean... I guess he knows more than me. You know what's crazy about those TikToks? You don't even know if those people are doctors for real. They just have put on a doctor suit and just say whatever. And then people are just like, oh yeah, he has a doctor suit on. He's right.
Hot. Craziest Matrix glitch I've ever seen.
Explain this. The same exact truck. Up until the doors of the dealership. Look, if you go over here, it's the same.
Proof that we're all living in a simulation. This blowtorch wasn't connected to the gas cylinder, so how's this possible? It's literally impossible for this to happen. There's no explanation. This building didn't load properly and a big chunk of it is missing. This liquid is called glyphosate and it looks like an animation when it's being poured. And no, this is not slow motion. Before I show you the best one, I just found a way to prank your friends by spam texting them at maximum speed. Try it out by pressing here on my profile, then press spam text your friends. This police car glitched halfway through the ground and got stuck.
I have a question for you, right? Yeah. If you sit in a room, quiet room, just close the door, turn off the lights, by yourself, right? Yeah. Would you say there's music playing?
I'm gonna just go with the regular answer, no.
Check this out. This is real science. Look, look at a radio. A radio can pick up frequencies and what? Play music. Yeah. But that frequency is always there. Think about it. Okay. You're sitting in that room by yourself. Yeah. Music is playing. You just can't hear it. If you take a radio, put it beside you, the radio can hear it, and the radio can pick up the signal, but your brain can't. The radio just translate it to a frequency we can hear.
You can hear.
Yeah. Oh. So on some brainwash shit, right? What if these frequencies, these radio frequencies, who knows? Maybe there's even like deeper shit that we don't even know about. Yeah. Like advanced technology we don't even know the name of, right? What if there's stuff like that that they're playing that we can't hear, or we think we can't hear, but our subconscious can? And now there's studies, this is real studies. Most people in the city have...
Damn, I was actually kind of curious of what he was about to say. Most people in the city have. But I wouldn't even doubt that. I'd be thinking that sometimes, because sometimes I come to, like, I'll travel certain different countries and I feel way less stress in different countries than I do in America. Like, I don't know how to explain that.
Another example of something that can seem to break reality and give you a headache at the same time. CCTV cameras in this building caught this man going up the stairs, yet still what happens next is a pure glitch in the matrix. He accidentally walked below the tiles on the floor. This is impossible, but we saw it happen for ourselves and was caught on camera. The man in the video also realized for himself what just happened. He walks backwards and tries it again. Did he just break all the rules of science right before our eyes?
So this video has convinced me that we're living in a simulation. Check it out. No, because this bird is straight up glitching. That is a glitch in the Matrix. Some people said that there could be like an invisible fishing line, but that in the middle of the sky? Somebody explain this to me. Like, I genuinely am curious. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
I was on a plane recently when I discovered undeniable evidence that we are in fact living in a simulation. As you can see here, the ocean water seems to not have rendered completely. The texture of the water is completely off. You can also clearly see pathways in between the texture. This could be a means of transportation among interdimensional beings. When have you ever seen water have the texture of an ashy elbow?
I want to hear all of your glitch in the matrix, unexplainable, weird stories because they are fascinating to me. And we can make this a series. This can be episode 1 because I have plenty of them. This one's my mom's. She was driving from Atlanta to North Carolina. It's the middle of the night. She's on the phone with my grandma, and my grandma is helping her over maps, Google Maps, because my mom was running out of gas and she was panicking a little bit because she was in the middle of fucking nowhere, okay? Finally, over the hill, she sees a lit up beautiful gas station. So she pulls in, she pumps her gas, uses her card, and then she goes to walk in to pee before she leaves. So she's walking towards the door, and as she gets to the door, her mom called her and goes, "You ran out of gas, didn't you?" And my mom's like, "No, I'm at a gas station. Is my car, do you not see it?" She said, "No, your car's like parked in the middle of nowhere. Where are you?" And she said, I'm at a gas station." And as she's saying that, she goes to pull the door and it's locked. And she looks up and there's a close sign, and she was like, "Oh, I just got gas, that's weird." She turns around, everything's dark. No lights on, no people, no cars, bars on the windows, boarded up windows, a completely abandoned gas station. Ugh, it makes me want to throw up thinking about it. So of course, like any normal human, my mom's like, I've lost my mind, or I've fallen into a different dimension. She speeds off, gets on the interstate, completely weirded out, looks at her gas tank, her gas is full. She got gas at this non-existent gas station. It's not on her credit card history, nothing. They go back, look on maps, there's no gas station there. Never figured it out. It's been years.
Everybody knows something's up. Everybody knows. That is not normal. Everyone is looking up, wondering why the sky is split. Look. The sky is broken. And everybody knows something's fishy, don't you? It's fishy, ain't it?
You know, that's the first time I ever seen this.
That's right. It's fishy.
The internet really has people believing that we're living in a simulation. You may have seen videos like this where people are noticing weird formations of clouds in the sky, where it makes it look like the sky is split in two. You may have even seen other ones where birds aren't moving. There's even ones where there's clouds and some of the clouds are moving, but then other ones are at a standstill. The phenomenon described here, where the sky appears to be split into different parts, might be caused by a combination of atmospheric conditions and the position of the sun. The appearance of the sky can vary based on the cloud coverage, the types of clouds, and how they interact with the sunlight. When clouds are spread out and cover large positions of the sky, they can create visually striking patterns that may seem like the sky is divided into different sections. The intensity of the angle of the sunlight can also play a role, casting shadows, creating contrast between different cloud formations, further enhancing the effect. Or it could all be a part of that one conspiracy, the HARP project.
I just experienced my first glitch in the Matrix. I found these in the passenger door yesterday after looking for 3 days for these motherfuckers. Finally found them yesterday morning, wore them all day. I just opened my passenger door and I found these in the same fucking place. I've never bought two in my life. They're the exact same pair of glasses. The only time I've ever bought another pair is when one has been broken, and they're both not broken. So where the fuck has this come from?
I know y'all ain't seen this right here yet. This is the actual first real life glitch that I caught. This plane is not moving. It's not moving. Watch. Look, it's not even moving. That plane is not moving. No, it's not CGI. That is a plane. It is not moving. Do y'all see this? Are y'all seeing this? That plane is not moving. Dude, this is proof. We live in a simulation. We live in a simulation. It is not moving. Look, it's not even moving. That plane is not moving. No, it's not CGI. That is a plane. It is not moving. Do y'all see this?
Listen, I'm not a crazy conspiracy theorist, but that is the sun going down over there. Am I correct about that? Now look at this. Directly behind me. What is that? I'm not a flat earther by any means, but that and that can't both be the sun. So what the hell is happening? There's nothing moving behind those clouds. It's just a big bright ball. And then that's the sun going down in the west by the ocean. So what the fuck?
Everybody knows something's up. Everybody knows. That is not normal. Everyone is looking up, wondering why the sky is split.
God, guys. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm confused about this backyard here. Nope. Like, this is supposed to be my backyard, right? And then when I go downstairs, I know it's not gonna be the same. What the fuck? I'm literally confused. I swear. Makes sense now. I don't know. Like, where's all my cans?
I think she's lagging in real life. What is happening? What? What?
Oh.
What?
I think the one with her hair might be static electricity. That's my first guess. I'm not like really fully sure, but that's the only explanation, unless that really was a glitch.
So this is what the sun shadow looks like in Chicago. See, that's normal. It's not really that normal. You see,
that's normal.
That's normal, and then you move this way.
It's not normal.
It's not normal.
So, you know, I'm just at the airport, right? And I zoom in. What the fuck? 2 moons in the sky? Huh?
You can tell it's moving again. It's so crazy.
I think my seagull box. Watch this.
Why are our shadows not as dark as the bar shadows?
Tinha cachorro, isso? O cachorro botou um pescoço aqui no telhado? Ih, gente, é um gato!
Okay, where is this car that's reflecting on this Boston Pizza window? It's a Corvette C8. I seriously don't see that car anywhere.
Yes, I know that I am high right now, but look at this lady. She is hitting a tennis ball against absolutely no surface and it's just bouncing back to her. Like, look at it. How is it doing that?
I got this watermelon at Walmart, and I like to rinse my watermelon before I cut it, and it's like killing. Does anybody has?
Reality glitches caught on camera.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Over there, it's over there, it's over there. It's like that.
What the fuck? What the hell is that?
What the fuck? Yo, you good? There's a glitch in reality here. He witnessed it. This just happened. The board stopped when I kept going. It's stuck here. By some force of nature.
The sky isn't looking pretty at all. Ooh. Strange looking sky. Whoa.
An unusual sky began to form, casting strange shapes and shadows. One person commented, "Pretty, but dangerous." Another asked, "Is this a simulation or planet Earth?" The clouds loomed overhead, thick and unnatural, leaving people wondering what was really brewing in the skies above. As the sky grew darker and more ominous, people couldn't help but feel uneasy. Someone joked, "Living in the Truman Show," while others compared it to scenes from horror movies like Stranger Things and Nope. The clouds seemed almost alive, twisting and swirling with an intensity that didn't feel natural. It was a sky that whispered of something more, something people were just beginning to sense. Minutes passed and the sky grew heavier, almost suffocating. "God's creation," one person said, while another warned, "Just wait and watch." Some even saw it as an omen, murmuring, "End of times." As the storm prepared to break, it was clear this wasn't just another rain cloud. Whatever was coming, it had stirred something deep, something primal in everyone watching, as if they weren't just looking at a storm, but something far darker.
I was on the phone with my boyfriend at 9:59, and I looked at the clock and I was like, let me go to bed. Let me let you go, because I want to go to bed at exactly 10, lights out. Within the minute, I want to have my eyes closed, everything off, because I like to go to bed at even times. And hung up on him, closed my eyes, and then I was like, well, let me set an alarm really quick so I don't sleep until some obscene hour. Turn my phone back on. I'm setting an alarm. I just happened to glance at the time because I'm like, oh, okay, I want to make sure it's not 10:01, because if it's 10:01, I'm going to have to wait till 10:30 to go to sleep, so I'm going to scroll on TikTok for 29 minutes. Check the time. I look at the time. It's 3:30 a.m. Like on the dot, 3:30 a.m. And I was like, okay, that's not right. So I check my iPad and I check my computer, and they both say 3:30 a.m. And so I go downstairs and I check the clock on the stove, 3:31 a.m. I'm like checking every clock in the house. It's 3:30. And I'm like, did I just die and come back to life like 5.5 hours later? Because that's what it feels like. Like, I genuinely
don't know what just happened. Like, I guess I was asleep, but it was like a stream of consciousness though. Like, I had the same thought when I woke up that I had when I was going to bed. Like, I need to check and set my alarm before it turns 10:01, or I'm gonna have to stay up until 10:30. Like, that was the thought process I had. And I literally blinked. Like, I literally blinked. Next day, 5.5 hours later, I checked like all the messages I had sent right before I went to bed, and like sure enough, they were like delivered 5.5 hours, 5 hours before. And I'm like, oh my god, what just happened? What just happened? Like, it literally, I just ceased to exist in between 10 and 3:30 apparently, because I have no recollection. Like, it, bam. The only thing I can equate this to is whenever I got my wisdom teeth taken out and I went under anesthesia, and I was counting down, and then all of a sudden I was waking up and they were telling me that I was done, and I started crying because I was scared because it didn't feel right. I felt like I was being messed with. And then I had a nap a couple years ago that I remember was like this. Like, I literally blinked and then it was like dark outside and I had gone to bed when it was light, and I remember thinking that was super weird. But this is much weirder because I wasn't that tired when I went to bed, and that time that I took that nap, I was dog tired. I was so tired. But so it was explainable. This is not explainable because I wasn't that tired and I woke up with the exact same thought. Like, can anyone explain to me what kind of sleep that is? Because I've been trying to research it, but I can't put it into words to form a Google search. So if anyone knows, like if there's a medical professional that knows what that kind of sleep is called, please let me know, because I'm fascinated and freaked out at the same time. Okay.
I don't understand why she was trying to overcomplicate it so much. Like, you just fell asleep. She was like, did I die? Like, you just fell asleep. That's really what it was.
Glitch in the Matrix captured on camera.
Alright, everybody sees me walking. I'm walking. Look. This plane. Is it moving? It's not moving. But it sounds like it's moving.
Okay, so physics just confirmed something that sounds completely insane, but time mirrors are real. Yeah, we're not talking about regular mirrors that reflect your image. We're talking about temporal mirrors, where a wave doesn't just bounce off and go backwards in space. It literally retraces its path back through time. Scientists have changed the electromagnetic field of a material so fast it made waves go backward in time, like rewinding reality, like pressing undo on the universe. This isn't sci-fi anymore. This is real. This is experimental physics catching up to what mystics, mushrooms, and mad geniuses have been saying for decades. Time is not a line. It's a wave. And baby, we are just learning to surf it. If this just blew your mind, please hit that follow button, drop a comment, and share with your friends. Let's start exploring the quantum realm. Let's surf the quantum realm together, guys. Mind and time bending. What?
If that's true, that's crazy, and that's going to be a lot of future breakthroughs that we're going to have. If that also blew your mind, like the video right now, because that's actually insane.
Here's a glitch in the Matrix story that sounds straight out of a Stephen King movie. He does write books too. Straight out of a Stephen King novel even. Now this story comes from a lady named Max who said that she had the most insane commute to work one morning. She says, I've always taken the same route to work every single day. Same streets, same turns, no exception. It's a 20-minute drive, nothing fancy. I could probably do it blindfolded if it wasn't for, traffic laws. I feel that. One morning last April, I pulled out of the driveway like usual. The clock on the dashboard read 7:32, right on time. That's the same time I leave for work every morning. I even remember the song that was playing on the radio when I looked at the clock. It was Journey, Don't Stop Believin'. Nice. But when I got to the first intersection, the light was green. And to me, that was weird, because I never hit the first light green. I might hit 1 out of the 5 stoplights green, but never the first one. I looked down at the clock, 7:32. The Journey song is still playing on the radio. I kept going, second stoplight, another green light. The third stoplight, another green light. By the time I hit the 5th intersection without stopping, I started feeling like I was the main character in some video game. 1 traffic light green, never 5, never one time all 5. That's when I realized I had not passed a car. No car has passed me. I looked around. The roads are essentially empty. I felt like I was driving through a ghost town. I saw people on the sidewalks, but I didn't see any cars. When I passed the 5th stoplight, I looked at the clock and it was still 7:32. And then I realized that the Journey song had stopped playing. I looked at myself in the rearview mirror and pulled my phone out and it said 7:32. I got goosebumps all over my body. I sped up. When I made the last left turn before I pulled into my office parking lot, I saw a man standing on the sidewalk. He was just standing there, dressed in an all-black suit, holding a briefcase, but he wasn't moving. He stood there like he was frozen. He might as well have been a mannequin. I went to turn into the office parking lot, and the security gate was wide open. We have a strict policy where we have to swipe our badges on entering and exiting the parking lot. I tried to swipe my badge, even though the gate was open, it would not work, so I just continued through the gate. When I pulled into my assigned parking spot at the office, I looked at the clock and it was still 7:32. I opened up my phone, 7:32. I looked at myself in the mirror, knowing I was going to look a wreck because I was sweating profusely at this point. And I was. I looked disheveled. I had been driving for about 20 minutes, but no time had passed. At least I thought. I sat there staring at the building when my phone buzzed. It was a text message from my boss saying, "Are you okay? You missed the morning meeting." I looked at the clock again and it said 8:46 a.m. I had been sitting there for over an hour. I didn't even get out of the car. I just texted my boss back, "Sorry, I'm sick. I'm going to take a sick day." And I drove out of that parking lot and back out onto the highway. When I got back out on the highway heading home, you would not believe the sigh of relief that I breathed when I saw the first red light. And yeah, every single light was red on the way home. Now that story might sound a little bit crazy, but I have had so many people send me stories that were way weirder than this one. This lady has sent me this story 5 times, dating back for the last year and a half. And she seems like a pretty level-headed lady, other than the fact that she follows me. Damn it, man.
That's such like an optical illusion, because from the plane point of view, it kind of looks like snow. Like I thought it was just people in snow just like playing around, but that's literally the clouds, and you can see the ocean beneath it, so that's how you really know it's the clouds. It's actually kind of strange.
So this man accidentally paraglided into Area 51 and things went downhill fast. He was just out flying for fun, enjoying the view, when a strong gust of wind pushed him off course. Next thing he knew, he was landing in the middle of the most secretive military base in the world. Within minutes, he was surrounded by armed guards and arrested on the spot. And the worst part, he had a camera strapped to his paraglider. To To the military, that wasn't an accident. It was a surveillance mission. They assumed he was a spy. For the next 6 hours, they interrogated him nonstop. No breaks, no food, no answers. Meanwhile, his wife was panicking until she finally got a phone call at 2 a.m. A voice told her to drive alone to a random location deep in the desert. When she got there, she saw her husband standing beside a military officer. They told her he'd be released, only if they both signed an affidavit swearing they'd never been to Area 51. Obviously, they signed it immediately. His paraglider and camera were returned, but every bit of footage had been wiped. And here's the creepiest part. When his wife asked him what he saw in Area 51, he said he didn't remember anything. Not the landing, not the guards, not a single detail. Just a blank space in his memory. And that's when things got really weird.
Yo, Area 51 is funny for that. They really said a guy paragliding with a camera is a spy, dude. That's like some 1851 type beat, bro. That's hilarious. That's gotta be the craziest way to try to spy on like a facility as important as Area 51.